Hello, students. Welcome back to our geography session. Today, we shall start with an interesting topic Natural Regions, lesson number 6. Children, please keep your textbooks open. Can you see some pictures on page number 30 and 31? So, children, observe these pictures and see the index on page number 31. There are three options here. If you have experienced, put a tick mark. If you have seen, you have to draw a star. And if you don't know about the pictures, you have to put a cross. So now let us see the first question. Why are all the house types shown in the pictures not seen in our surroundings? Answer. All the house types shown in the picture are not seen in our surroundings because house types differ from place to place. They are built taking into consideration the rainfall, temperature, and the raw material available for building the houses. Now let us see the next question. Which are the regions where such type of houses are found? Answer. In cities, we find buildings and bungalows built of concrete material. An igloo is found in the tundra or the taiga region. Huts are found in the grassland or the forest areas. Now, moving ahead to the next question. Would you like to stay in a house built of ice? Why don't we build such houses? Answer. Yes, we would like to stay in ice houses, but we can't build it. Why? Because the temperature is high, which will melt the ice. And we don't have snowfall for long durations. Next question. What brings about differences in people's clothing? Answer. There is a difference in people's clothing because it depends upon the culture and the tradition of a place. Secondly, it also depends upon the raw material available or the textile industries that have set up. Next question. Where do you think Cubs, insects, and ants also form a part of the diet of the people? Human beings eat whatever is edible and which does not harm their digestive system. Therefore, edible items like cubs, insects, and ants form a part of the diet of the people. It's a part of the diet in Africa and India. Next question. Can the animals from polar regions like polar bears and penguins be kept in tropical zoos? No. Polar bear and penguins survive only in the colder regions. They cannot bear the tropical heat and may even die. Therefore, they are not kept in the tropical zoos. Next question. Are all the plants shown in the pictures found in our surroundings? If not, where do you think they can be found? Answer. All the plants shown are not found in our surroundings. Tall trees are found in the equatorial region and coniferous trees are found in the taiga region. There exists a large number of different things in the world than those we see in our surroundings. We see different educational and informative TV programs about wildlife. We become curious to know more about this wildlife. Why is this wildlife not seen in our areas? Why are they not similar to the things in our areas? What causes this difference? Let us try to find the reasons behind all this. That means, let us see the geographical explanation. There are differences in terms of landforms, climate, soils, etc. in different parts of the world. Now, why is this difference, children? This difference is mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. The availability of sunlight and water keeps on changing from the equator to the poles. Children, I hope you remember you have studied this in the previous standard. Differences in landforms, climate, and soil greatly influence the flora, fauna, and human life and give rise to variations in the biodiversity in different parts of the world. Flora and fauna means the flowers and the plants. On the other hand, there are similarities of climate, vegetation, and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes. These similarities stand out as the distinctive features of these regions. Distinctive means different features. As these regions stand out on the basis of the natural factors, they are called natural regions. The natural environment of such regions affect the living world, including human beings. The entire land area on the earth can be divided into these natural regions. Let us try to understand their distribution with the help of maps and tables given in this lesson. So children, first we have the tundra region. Now let us see the location and extent of this region. It is between 65° to 90° parallel, and Greenland, North Canada, North Europe, and North Asia. Now, let us study the climate. Mean summer temperature 10°C. The mean winter temperature is approximately -20 to -30°C, and the mean annual rainfall is 25 to 300 millimeter, and it is a very cold climate. Next we have is the natural vegetation. Now what do you mean by natural vegetation? Means the plants which grow naturally without any human help. Here we have in the tundra region short-lived vegetal life, short grass, small shrubs, flowers, lichen and moss. Now the animal life of the tundra region: caribou, reindeer, polar bears, foxes, walrus and seal. That means here we find animals with a soft, thick fur. Now let us see the human life of the tundra region: hunting and fisheries, hide tents, igloo, tupic houses, use of sledges. What do you mean by sledge? It is a vehicle or a runner used for carrying loads or passengers over snow or ice. That means over here the Eskimos people, they have a very tough life. Population distribution is highly sparse. That means it is few, it is limited. Next we have is the taiga region. Now here the location is approximately between 55° and 65° north parallel. Now its extension, it is from Alaska to the Atlantic coast, parts of Eurasia. Now let us study the climate. The summer temperature is 15° to 20°C. The winter temperature is below 0°C. And the mean annual rainfall is between 300 and 500 millimeter. Rainfall in summer and snowfall is in the winter. Now let us study the natural vegetation. Coniferous forest. Coniferous means the needle-shaped leaves. The leaves are narrow, pointed, branches leaning, that means branches are bending towards the ground. Wood is light and soft. Spruce, fir, pine, redwood, etc. Now let us study the animal life. Here the animals have soft and thick fur. The caribous, the elks, the ermine, beavers, silver fox, minks, bears, etc. Now we'll study the human life. Here the population is less. Lumbering means cutting down the trees, and hunting are the major occupations of the people in the taiga region. Few agrarian activities are carried out by the people of the taiga region. Now, what do you mean by agrarian activities? That means the activities that are related with the cultivation of the land. So, children, I hope you all have understood the lesson till here. So, for homework, you have to read the lesson, and in our next lecture, we shall study about the grassland, the hot desert region, and the equatorial region. Thank you.